All right, how do you get business credit and funding in 1 hour? What? Is this even possible? Yeah, it absolutely is possible. I'm literally sitting here with my videographer team and they said, is that even possible? I'm like, yeah, here's exactly how you do it. And that's exactly what I tell you how to do right now. By the end of this training, you're gonna know how to get multiple different credit lines within 1 hour's worth of time. I'm gonna decode the exact steps. We got a lot to cover, so let's dive in. So first of all, yes, it's definitely possible to get multiple approvals within an hour, but there's one pre-step you want to do, and the second thing is to know where and what type of credit and financing to apply for that you can actually get within an hour. So let's talk about the pre-stuff. The pre-stuff is you gotta set up your business where you're credible. I know I almost get sick of talking about this, but it's the most important thing you could ever do to be able to get fast credit and financing, because it's the number one thing lenders and credit issuers are looking at. Look, when you apply for credit and financing, what happens is that application goes into a computer, and a computer is processing and doing this pre-check information and then spitting out oftentimes an automated approval, right? But if they don't spit out an automated approval, they push it to a manual underwriting. That takes a lot of time. So my goal for you is to get automated approvals. It's the only way we're able to get credit and financing so fast. And the only way that can happen is if we understand what lenders and credit issuers are looking for, and we give them what they're looking for, so these computers have a bunch of check marks, no X's, and they spit out that automated approval. This is called fundability. Fundability is like the secret criteria that lenders and credit issuers have to determine if you're worthy of being issued credit and financing. It's also what they're using to make sure the application is valid and to make sure that it's not fraudulent and that you have a legitimate, credible business that they want to lend to. So let's just talk about some of the basics. There's actually 120 aspects to fundability, but there's just a handful of the main ones for your foundation you need to know about. You should have a separate entity set up for your business, preferably a corporation. You should have a separate address for your business, preferably a business address. A phone number for your business, preferably a business phone number. You should have a website that is professional, that reflects what your business does. A professional email address, a business license, a business bank account, an EIN number. If you've done those things, then your business should have the basic elements of fundability. Now, keep in mind, what's important here is that all your information is congruent. Everywhere online that your business is listed, every directory, every Yellow Page listing, Bing, Yahoo, your Google business page, okay, your website, your social media pages, everywhere your business is listed, your Secretary of State, your utility statements, it needs to be congruent. Your business name, your address, your phone number, your website, it should be the same everywhere. It's the first check lenders do. The first thing lenders are doing is validating whether the applicant is actually real. And they do this by taking your information, putting it out into the world, and seeing if everything they're finding checks back. Secretary of State, it matches. IRS, it matches. Business credit reporting agencies, it matches. These directories, it matches. Yep, this is a legitimate business. Next thing, do they have a real address and a phone number, an EIN? Check, 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 check. Yes. In this case, you can oftentimes get an automated approval if you're doing step 2, which I'm going to tell you in a minute, which is applying for the right credit and financing. So that is step 1. Make sure you do these things to set up your business where it's fundable. And by the way, this is the secret to getting all kinds of credit and financing quick, because you are prepared and you meet all the lending requirements before you even apply. All right, now it's time to get funding and get approved within 1 hour. How do we do this? Well, there's 2 different sides. I can get a lot of my approvals and get immediate use to credit using business credit in 1 hour, or I can go to business funding. I might not get my funding within an hour, but I can get approved within an hour and get access to my funding within 24 hours. So let me talk about 2 first, and then I'm gonna talk about how to get the actual money you need within 1 hour. So a lot of funding options out there, like credit line hybrid, for example. You can use good personal credit to get funding. You'll get approved within an hour, and it takes about 3 weeks to get funding. Other funding like revenue lending, merchant cash advances, that just looks at your revenue. Your credit score doesn't even really matter. You're still able to get approved. Even with damaged personal credit, you can get within 24 hours. So revenue lending, merchant cash advances, you can oftentimes get approved within an hour and get funded within 24 hours. And those kind of loans go up to $500,000. So yeah, it's really possible to get $500,000 in funding approved within an hour and funded within 24 hours with these kind of funding programs. But what if I want to move even faster? What if I want to get approved and actually get funding and start using it within an hour? Yeah, it's possible, and it's possible through business credit. Now with business credit, I'm able to come in, find the credit that I want, get the credit I want, apply, actually get approved, and use that credit all instantaneous. So it's just a matter of how many of these I can apply for, use that credit within an hour. I could even get 3, 4, 5 of these within an hour. Now, if you're just starting to build business credit, you're going to do this with what are called starter vendors. Uline is an example, Granger is an example, but there's a lot of these starter vendors out there that will approve you for business credit even if you have none. You go online, you find the stuff you want, you put it in the shopping cart, you go to checkout, you set up an account, and then you automatically right there apply for credit. You're instantaneously approved and you check out using their credit. It happens right away. It doesn't have any kind of delay. So if you're set up with your Fundable, you can come in and start to get these starter vendors and get the money you need to fund your business. And by the way, there are starter vendors out there that sell like office supplies and shipping supplies, ones that sell websites, one that help you with give you credit lines to run ads on Facebook, Google, advertise. All of that you're able to get approved and start using the money within 1 hour. Now, if you've already got some established business credit, then you're then able to come and do exactly the same thing with almost every major retailer. Staples, Office Depot, Home Depot, Lowe's, Sam's Club, Costco, Amazon, for example. You can even look at Macy's and Nordstrom offer this kind of corporate credit. And once again, if you have some business credit established, you're able to come in, you're able to find the stuff you want, put it in the car, set up an account, check out, apply right then and there, get an instantaneous approval, and use that credit for whatever it is you're buying. Then, as you continue to build more business credit, you're able to do this with fuel cards, you're able to do this with auto financing, you're even able to do this with universal credit like Visa and MasterCard credit, where you're able to get instantaneous approvals and use the credit on the spot when you get it. So the key to 1 hour funding is business credit. And by the way, there's no limit to the amount you can get. I mean, we have clients that surpass $1 million in business credit in less than 12 months into the process. We have clients that are getting hundreds of thousands of dollars of business credit within 30 days or less into the process. How much you get is only based on how much you apply for. The more you apply for, the more you're actually going to successfully get. So there's no limit on the amount of business credit you can get, and you're able to get immediate approvals and immediate funding as well. So there you have it. So you didn't even think it was possible, but that's how we're going to get you approved and even approved and funded within 1 hour. We're going to look at business funding products like revenue lending and merchant cash advances where we can get approvals right away. Even Fundbox and Bluevine will give us fast same-day approvals, and within a day, we can access their loans or credit lines, even up to $500,000 with some of these sources. We can also get approved and get instantaneous access to funding using business credit. The only limit on how much business credit we have is how much we apply for, and the type of business credit we can get is only limited based on how much we have on our report. The more we build on those reports, the more credit we get available to us. So there you go. That's how you get credit and financing in less than an hour. And by the way, if we can help you along the way, let us know. At Credit Suite, we help you improve your fundability. We even have a fundability score that tells you the likelihood of getting approved or denied and what to fix to get more approvals. We help you through every aspect of business credit through our business credit builder, where we're actually showing you all the sources you can qualify for right now, so you're only ever applying for the credit you know you're going to get. And we look at every legitimate type of financing. We put it in one place. That way you can qualify for more funding, get more approvals, and even get approved for financing when you don't even think it's possible to get approved. So if we can help you along the way, let us know. We've got a great free guide that gives you 27 killer ways to get financing at creditsuite.com/27. And you can also go to creditsuite.com/console to schedule a free finance assessment with our team. Did you get value from this training? If so, make sure you like and subscribe and keep your eye out for our next training. We're talking about more cool ways to get the money you need to start and grow your business.